Hey everyone, it's Nick and Ron with another edition of Ask Ron. How you doing today, Ron?
I'm good. We're sitting here in the middle of our summit, the last day of that, and it's been a great event so far. We still got a whole day to go.
All right. Well, we've got about maybe 7 questions today from our Gold Club members.
Oh, okay.
Just a reminder, you can ask Ron every single week your questions. If you're a Gold Club member, just go to the Gold Club forum and type in your, add a new post there, or just send an email to ask@ronthegrand.com. First question comes from Marina in Hawaii. Do you think rent-to-own buyers would be interested if the property is a leasehold that expires in 20 years?
Yes, because that's very common in Hawaii. They buy the building, they don't buy the land. So if it's common, then they understand it.
Marlon from Florida. When it comes to crowdfunding, do you utilize any websites like Start Engine, Kickstarter, Seedrs,
Yes.
etc.?
If you're doing crowdfunding, you almost have to utilize those sites because they do all of the work and they will tell you what you can crowdfund and what you can't crowdfund. So yeah, you got to use at least one of them, and that's kind of going to depend on what kind of crowdfunding you're doing. What are you trying to raise money for?
Next question is from Munoz.
You better get some professional help. You better see an attorney before you go crowdfunding and make sure you're complying with the rules. Of course, I'm sure that site will make sure you do as well, but you need to know the rules. Do not get awry of the SEC. I can tell you that won't be a fun adventure.
Munoz in California. How do you take advantage of the free equity of the owner/lease options?
Same way you take advantage of it if you're buying the house. You negotiate a price of market value, and then if you lease option the house and you structure it correctly and use my clauses, you're going to get the benefit of the debt pay down. And so the amount you owe the seller is a fixed amount at whatever time the lease option ends. And that's assuming that the buyer goes out and gets a loan and cashes you out. So you get the equity, you get some equity the day you buy, and you keep on getting equity every month you make a payment on that underlying loan. Your tenant buyers, of course, their rent is fixed. I mean, their option price is fixed. It doesn't come down. It's the same price 5 years from now or 2 years from now as it is from now. But that's not true on the underlying loan.
Next question is from Aaron. Aaron says, what if the seller says they have a better offer elsewhere? How do you handle that?
Well, if you have a better offer elsewhere, then why don't you go ahead and pursue that offer and let me know if it don't work out. What else can you do? You can't make them take an offer.
Next question is from Tracy. Does the seller's bank know of the deal?
Does the seller's bank? No, we don't. I don't ask permission from the bank. Never, because the bank won't give you permission, but I don't worry about the bank. If you take over a debt on a property, the bank can call a loan due. It's got a due on sale clause in it. It's been that way since 1986 or 82. So what? That doesn't mean they're going to call a loan due, and I've never had one call a loan due yet. I can tell you right now, the last thing a bank wants to do is call a loan just because the loan property transfer. If somebody's making that payment, that bank's not going to call that loan due. However, if you come see me at Quick Start School, I'll teach you how to stop them cold if they do that anyway.
Here's a why question from Sheila. Sheila says, why wouldn't the tenant buyer who has $30,000 to pay you for a deposit just get a loan and buy the house?
Because they can't qualify. You missed that part. We're only dealing with the people who can't qualify at the bank. Or for some reason, credit, debt ratio, or whatever it may be. We're putting them in the house and giving them time to fix whatever's broke and then go get a loan. If it's not broke, they're not coming to us. They will go directly to a bank and probably through a realtor. But that's a small part of the market. We get the big part of the market.
And our final question this week is from David. And he says, how do you get the okay from the bank to take over the note?
I don't. Just answer that.
There we go. All right. Well, that's it for this week, Ron.
All right. Well, keep them coming. We'll see you next week. So have a good week. If you're about out of here, you better get to work. If you're not doing deals right now, when are you? And I'm doing a live boot camp here in Jacksonville in November. Great time to get started. Get ready for next year. See you next week.